month in November, but obviously December, another story. Charlotte with 16 straight losses. Does not need surgery. Expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks with a broken pinky. We're speaking of Knicks point guard Raymond Felton. It's the Knicks and Kings tonight in Sacramento. Felton leads the team in assists per game, second to Carmelo Anthony in points at 15.8. And Rutgers looks for a 10-win season tonight. Rutgers and Virginia Tech, and they'll square off in the Russell Athletic Bowl in Orlando. Sports at 15 to 45 around the clock. John Mako, 1010, Win Sports.
Wins News Time, 10:47.
Jay Farner here from Quicken Loans. We get a lot of tweets from folks that sound just like this. Jay, I bought my home in 2007. Since then, it's gone down in value. Now I owe more on my mortgage than my home is worth. Can I refinance? The answer may very well be yes. Recently, the government announced changes that may allow folks to refinance even if their home has lost value. For example, if you owe $300,000 on your mortgage, but your home's only worth $150,000, Quicken Loans may still be able to help you. Or if your current mortgage rate is higher than 3.99%, you've got to give us a call today at 800-QUICKEN. And for 3 years in a row now, J.D. Power & Associates has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. So, if your current mortgage is higher than 3.99%, or if you owe more than your home is worth, call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com.
For J.D. Power & Associates award information, visit jdpower.com. Important terms and conditions apply. Calls for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
It's a mix of clouds and sun today. The high 39 degrees, cloudy and cold. Tonight, 30 in Midtown, low 20s in some of the suburbs. 32 degrees and mostly sunny now.
This holiday season, Chevy's giving more. Stop into your local Chevy dealer for great deals. Drive home the EPA estimated 42 miles per gallon highway Cruise Eco, or get more seating in the comfortable and roomy 8-passenger Traverse. So come in now for a great deal during Chevy's calendar year-end event.
Wins News Time, 10:48. It appears the opinions about the negotiations are as divided as the talks themselves. Ahead of today's big meeting at the White House on the fiscal cliff, correspondent Sagar Magani tells us lawmakers are speculating about the prospects of a deal.
On NBC's Today Show, Democratic Senator Chuck Schumer said he's optimistic about a compromise.
I think there can be, and I think the odds are better than people think that they could be.
Republican Bob Corker, though, does not share the optimism, telling CBS this morning this afternoon's White House meeting is basically a charade, and lawmakers and the president have let down the American people.
This is a total dereliction of duty at every level.
The only thing clear right now is the cliff is just a few days away.
The meeting is scheduled for 3 o'clock. Wins News Time, 10:49. Members of the International Longshoremen's Association could walk off the job at midnight tomorrow. That's when their contract expires following a 90-day extension of talks in September. A strike would involve nearly 15,000 union workers at 14 ports, that is, along the East Coast and the Gulf of Mexico, including more than 3,200 at the Port of New York and New Jersey. The National Retail Federation is urging President Obama to invoke his authority under the Taft-Hartley Act to intervene. Both sides are still talking, and the White House says it has urged them to strike a deal as quickly as possible. Before the ball drops, the shredding begins in Midtown Manhattan, as we hear from correspondent Julie Walker.
The Times Square Alliance is setting up a giant shredder and dumpster in the crossroads of the world so that people can get rid of anything from 2012 that they want to say good riddance to. Alliance President Tim Tompkins says it's an annual event.
Last year, a woman brought the motorcycle helmet of her ex-boyfriend, which he had left in her apartment, and it always reminded her of him, so she threw that into the dumpster.
He says the more common items tend to be bills, or else people just write down their bad memories and watch them get shredded up.
For many making the New Year's resolution to kick the habit, they're going to get some encouragement in the form of smoking bans.
Lighting up these days takes some serious effort. If you work at 3M's headquarters in St. Paul, Minnesota, you'll have to drive half a mile to a strip mall in the new year because smoking will be banned everywhere on the corporate campus. State workers in Delaware have to go hunting too. All state property, indoor and outdoor, is turning smoke-free. It's happening from Maine to California as governments and businesses aim to protect non-smokers from secondhand whiffs. And there's shrinking opposition. The CDC says only 19% of U.S. adults smoke.
Correspondent Scott Goldberg. Wins News Time, 10:51. Time for traffic and transit on the ones. Here's Brian Britton.
Well, it's beginning Queens this time around. We've got brake lights on the LIE westbound, Utopia Parkway to Junction Boulevard. We're also seeing brake lights in Brooklyn on the BQE traveling eastbound, getting into the Brooklyn Bridge back from the Prospect with a delay. Out to Nassau County, we're going to head back out to the LIE, getting into Glen Cove Road. Earlier crash there on the westbound side, thankfully now cleared out of the way. But we do have brake lights in Manhattan this morning here on the stretch of 11th Avenue between 37th and 35th Streets. The roadway now reduced to 3 lanes with an ongoing construction project there. In New Jersey, we still have that car that went off the roadway on the Turnpike Easternsburg northbound getting into 16E. 2 lanes remain blocked there with an accident investigation. Garden State Parkway southbound Essex tolls into 145. Roving pothole repair, so some slow-moving maintenance vehicles. Hudson River crossings looking great right now at the Lincoln Tunnel in either direction inbound at the Holland. Got a good ride from 1 and 910 from the Turnpike. GW Bridge in, out, up or down, we're looking okay. East River crossings remaining very quiet this hour, and your Tappan Zee, bring that up on the jam cam for you. Looking good, getting into Rockland or into Westchester County. Alternate tide in effect today. I'm Brian Britton. Our next report, 11:01 on 1010 Winds.
Winter means icy roads and sidewalk slips. When accidents happen, call the law offices of Alan M. Greenberg, PC, to find out if you're entitled to compensation for your injuries. Go to lawgreenberg.com.
Winds news time 10:52. Now the official 1010 Winds AccuWeather 4-day forecast, sponsored by Jewish National Fund. Here's meteorologist Dave Samuel with this live report.
Well, we have the sunshine out for most of us right now, but the wind is making it feel cold out there. Temperature's stuck in the 30s. Feels more like 20 out there at the moment. We'll get up to about 39 degrees for a high in Midtown. That breeze won't be with us throughout the day. That wind dies off tonight, but then we'll see increasing clouds. Well below 30 in Midtown. Colder than that in many outlying areas. And then for tomorrow, snow moves into the area probably by 9 or 10 a.m. Looking for 1 to 3 inches of snow on the ground by evening with a high of 33 degrees. Sunday will be partly sunny, windy and cold.